Example 1. Show that both the real and imaginary parts, both the parts of function satisfies Laplace equation. Or harmonic. HAR, harmonic. This is the question. This is so many times asked this question in the examination. All of you, how can we solve this particular problem? You see that show that the both real and imaginary parts of an analytic function. If f of z is analytic function, then u plus iv is f of z. That u and v are called the real and imaginary parts of analytic function. And we want to show that these two, u and v, are the two functions satisfies the Laplace equation, or satisfies the or u and v are harmonic functions. U and v are, we want to show that harmonic functions. Okay, so for this one, the solution I'm writing here. Let us consider the function f of z is equal to u plus iv. This is so given that u plus iv real and imaginary parts of an analytic function. Analytic function we want to consider. Therefore, f of z is equal to u plus iv is be an analytic function. Analytic function. This is I am taking. This is I am taking. Okay. So by CR equations, we know that dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y. This is the first condition, and the second condition is dou u by dou y is equal to minus dou v by dou x. This is the second condition of CR equations. Now, so here, so this is our equation 1 I am taking, and this is our equation 2 I am taking. So sorry, this is not necessary. This equation 1 is not necessary, and I will take, this is our equation 1. I will take, this is equation 1, and this is equation 2 I am taking. So then we differentiate equation 1 with respect to x. What happens? Differentiating equation 1 with respect to x. That means dou by dou x of dou u by dou x. That is dou square u by dou x square. This is equal to, this is dou by dou x of dou v by dou y is dou v by dou x dou y. This is we are getting. This is we are getting. This is equation number 2. 2 is over 3. Next, differentiate equation 2 with respect to x. This is I will take. So then this with respect to x I am taking. Then dou by dou x of dou u by dou y. This is, can I write again here? First one is dou by dou x of dou u by dou x is equal to dou by dou x of dou v by dou y. This implies this one you are getting. Similarly, differentiating equation 2 with respect to x, dou by dou x of dou u by dou y is equal to dou by dou x of minus dou v by y, dou x. So this is equal to dou square u by dou x dou y is equal to minus dou square v by dou x square. This is equation number 4. This is equation number 4. So from equation 3 plus 4, we take from equation 3 plus 4. That gives, you see that these two you add, what happens? Dou square u by dou x square plus dou square u by the right hand, the left hand side part is first I am adding dou square u by dou x square plus dou square u by dou y dou square okay. So I will write, can I write like this one? Dou square, these two are, you see that this is the I will add. So from 3 plus dou square u by this is dou x dou y is equal to dou v by dou x dou y minus dou square v by dou x square. This is your, sorry, here actually we did one mistake, that is differentiating with respect to y we do. With respect to y we do. Therefore, we are getting some problem here. Actually, dou square u by, you will get the same one only. With respect to y means what? Dou u by dou y. This is dou by dou y of dou by dou y of. Because here dou x dou y we are getting, here dou y dou x means dou x dou y we are getting. The same thing. If you do the same thing here, dou x square you are getting. Okay. then what happens? This is dou square u by dou y square is equal to minus dou v by dou x dou y. This is because we are adding these two. Okay, so then dou square u by dou y square is equal to dou v by dou x dou y. This is adding means what? Minus dou v by dou x dou y. This is equal to 0. Okay, this is equal to 0. So therefore, this is our Laplace equation. This is the Laplace equation. This is Laplace equation. Therefore, u is a function. You see that what real part means what? U is the real part. U is satisfies Laplace equation, and u is a harmonic function. U is a harmonic function because u is satisfying Laplace equation. Similarly, we want to prove imaginary part of an analytic function satisfies Laplace equation, and v is the imaginary part. Therefore, we want to show that v is satisfying Laplace equation and v is a harmonic function. A function which is satisfies Laplace equation, then we call it is a harmonic function. This is I discussed in the last class. Tell me, Amma. Yes. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Is my voice audible?
Yes, sir.
Very good. The next, we want to show now v is also harmonic function. So for this one, again differentiate equation 1 with respect to y. So what is equation 1? Dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y. So therefore, the equation 1 becomes with respect to y we are doing dou by dou y of dou u by dou x is equal to dou by dou y of dou v by dou y. Dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y. This is our equation 1. So we are differentiating this equation 1 with respect to y. Dou by dou y both sides. We are doing. This implies we are getting dou square u by dou y dou x is equal to dou square v by dou y square.
Y square.
Yes, correct. This is equation 5. Okay. Again, differentiate equation 2 with respect to x. So that is dou by dou x of dou u by dou y is equal to minus dou by dou x of dou v by dou y. Sorry, dou v by dou x. So this implies dou square u by dou x dou y is equal to minus dou square v by dou x square. This is equation number 6. Next, we do that 5 minus 6. Subtract equation 6 from 5. Equation 6 from 5. So that is 5 minus 6 I am doing. This gives dou square. You see that this is dou square u by dou y dou x is equal to dou square v by dou y square. This is first time getting minus of minus plus plus dou square v by dou x square you are getting. Here you are getting minus of this minus. This is plus this of minus this one is 0. This is 0. So therefore you add these two. So that is dou square v by dou x square plus dou square v by dou y square is equal to 0. This is Laplace transformation. So therefore, we is satisfied Laplace equation. So therefore, V is a harmonic function. V is a harmonic function. Okay. So very important problem I'm discussing now. All of you write down example 2. Every analytic function f of z is equal to u plus iu define two families define two families of curves u of x y, this is equal to some k1 and v of x y is equal to k2, forming an orthogonal and orthogonal orthogonal system. Forming very important one, this one. All of you please see, every analytic function f of z define two family of terms. Actually, u is a function of xy, v is a function of xy. This is we know. These two functions we are considering as two family of curves. That is, u is function of xy is equal to some constant k1, and v is function of xy is equal to some constant k2. These two are the family of curves if we consider from the analytic function. Then these two family of curves forming an orthogonal system. That means orthogonal trajectory of the family of curves. These two family of curves are orthogonal trajectories of the family of curves. That means these two curves, the two curves perpendicular to each other, orthogonal system. Then it's the tangent system, if we consider, definitely it should be a minus one. Okay. Then we call these two are the perpendicular to each other. And one more important thing is here, you see, if I will read like this one, every analytic function forming an orthogonal system. Only this part I'm reading, you see, every analytic function forming an orthogonal system. This is the note you should write. Okay, this is very, very important. So if the function is analytic function, definitely it should be satisfies the orthogonal trajectory system. That is the meaning. Okay, that means every analytic function is analytic. The given function is analytic. It is not necessary to check from this one. By this definition, directly we write that yes, this is, we have the note. By this note, every analytic function forming an orthogonal system. Okay, that means the given function, you find the orthogonal system for the given family of curves. That is, in the examination they will give like this one. Then what you want to do, you should find the analytic function for those family of curves. Okay, using those family of curves, you should show that the function is analytic. Okay, if the function is analytic, automatically it should be form an orthogonal system. Okay, reverse way we are proving the system. అంటే ఇదంతా చెప్పాల్సిన అక్కర్లేదు, సింపుల్ గా అనలిటిక్ ఫంక్షన్ అవుతుందా కాదా అనేది చెక్ చేస్తే సరిపోతుంది. ద గివెన్ ఫంక్షన్ ఈజ్ అనలిటిక్, దెన్ ఆటోమేటికల్లీ ఇట్ ఈస్ 100% form an orthogonal system. That is the meaning. Okay, so therefore this is the way from this problem we are showing two things. One is we are showing these two family of curves satisfying the orthogonal system. Once we show that every analytic function for it is holds, therefore in the future if the function is analytic, definitely it should be in the orthogonal system satisfied. Okay. Now come to the point. How can we solve this particular problem? Consider the two family of curves. First of all, consider the two family of curves. What are those? Given that u of x comma y is equal to k1, and this is equation 1, and v of x comma y is equal to k2. This is equation number 2. Okay. Let us suppose we are considering the function f of z is equal to u plus I. Be an analytic function. Analytic function. So by CR equation, if it is an analytic function, it satisfies the CR equation. That is dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y. This is equation number 3, and dou u by dou y is equal to minus dou v by equation number 4. Now what we will do? Differentiate equation 1 with respect to x. What happens? Differentiate equation 1. This is with respect to x. You see that this is the function contains two variables x and y. So therefore, what we will do, the partial derivative only we will consider for this one. When we take the partial derivative, the function y we treat as constant. When you differentiate y with respect to x, we treat as x is a constant. For this one, how we will do the differentiation? This is dou u by, first of all, dou x. With respect to x, you are doing this function. Therefore, into du by dx by dx is not necessary. Plus, uh, with respect to y, you are doing means what? Dou u by rho y into dy by dx. Total derivative. This is what consider. Okay. So dou u by dou x, first dou u by dou x into dx by dx is not necessary, plus dou u by dou y. When you do this one, dou u by dou y, that y will differentiate with respect to x, dy by dx. This is we are doing. Okay. So therefore, from this one, I will write dy by dx is equal to what? Dy by dx is equal to this, you take this side, then minus dou u by dou x by this dou u by dou u. This is you are getting dou u by dou u. This is equal to some number. Okay. Next, differentiate equation 2. Equation now 2 we are taking with respect to x. With respect to x, what? Okay, ready. What will we get? V of xy. V of xy is
Sir, on previous slide keep, sir.
oh,
Completed, sir.
Completed. Okay. So differentiate equation 2 with respect to x. Then again the same way, dou v by dou x first you will get is plus dou v by dou y into dy by dx. This is equal to 0. This is you are getting. So this implies you take again dou v by dou x. What happens? Dou v by dou x. Instead of dy by dx, I am taking dy by dx. This is equal to, this is minus dou v by dx by dou v by dou by dou. This is equal to m2. But here you see what is dou v by dou x, dou v by dou x, dou v by dou y. I will convert this into in terms of dou u by dou x, because the function v and u and v we are taking from f of z. F of z is analytic function. It is satisfying the CR equation. Therefore, dou v by dou x is equal to what? Dou v by dou x is equal to minus dou u by dou y. This is I will write. Dou v by dou y is equal to what? Dou u by dou x I will write. So therefore, I'm writing here dy by dx is equal to minus dou u by again I am writing dou v by dou x by dou v by dou y. This is equal to minus dou v by dou x is equal to what? Minus dou u by dou y. Minus of minus plus dou u by y. Dou v by dou y is equal to dou u by dou x. This is equal to m2. Now you see what is m1 into m2. This is equal. What is m1? So m1 is equal to minus dou u by dou x by 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 dou u by dou y into this is dou u by dou y by dou u by dou x. This tangent this. So m1 into m2 is equal to m1 m2 is equal to minus 1. Hence the curve equation 1 and equation 2, these two are the family of curves, cut each other orthogonally. That is the form of an orthogonal system They form an orthogonal system. Also, we write the two families are said to be an orthogonal orthogonal trajectory trajectory of one another. One family of those said to be an orthogonal trajectories of an each other or one other. We also proved that every analytic function forming an orthogonal system. Okay, is it clear? Can I move forward?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, one important problem on the previous definition, that is every analytic function forming an orthogonal system. This is I'm taking and I'm proving this now. Example 3. For W is equal to e to the power of z square. E to the power of z square. This is the function. Find u and v. Find u and v and prove and prove that the curves u of x y is equal to c1 and v of x y is equal to c2, where c1 and c2 are constant cuts, cut, 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 continue, cut, continue. Okay. Cut orthogonally. Cut orthogonally. ఎట్లా ప్రూవ్ చేసాం చూడండి మనకి ఇప్పుడు మనము ఆర్థోగనల్ సిస్టమ్ orthogonal you find the mu and v. What is mu and v from this function? And you take u is the function and you differentiate with respect to x. V is also differentiate with respect to x. And that dy by dx you take the value from each one of the family of the curves and you multiply those two. Then you will get -1. Then definitely we will tell that it is a orthogonal family of curves. And 1 and 2 is equal to -1. This is we are proving. But without proving this one, we know that every analytic function is forming an orthogonal system. This is I am using and I am telling the solution. But what we want to show here, the given function is an analytic function. The given function is an analytic function. For this one also, what I want to do, I want to take the CR equation, but without taking the CR equations and the properties of analytic function, I am proving this problem. I am solving this problem. Okay. All of you see here, very important. Very important problem. Let us suppose we consider the given problem is W is equal to we consider this as g of xy. The function is I am writing si into v of xy. But W is given that e to the power of xy. Now from this one, I am taking the u and v values. This is equal to u plus iv is equal to e to the power of z square means what? Z square is equal to x plus iy whole square. So this is equal to can I write like this? E to the power of x square minus iy square is minus y square plus I into 2y. Actually 2xy, 2x into I1. Okay, that is I will write as I into 2xy. Because some imaginary part and the real part, like that one I am writing. This is okay. So therefore, this is equal to u plus iv is equal to e to the power of x square minus y square into, can I write like this one? E to the power of I into 2x. Okay. But what is e to the power of I theta? E to the power of I theta is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. Therefore, this is equal to, I am writing e to the power of x square minus y square e to the power of x square minus y square into this I theta is 2xy. That is I am taking as cos 2xy plus I sin 2xy. This is the way I am writing. So therefore, our family of curves q of xy is, you see that this is again e to the power of x square minus y square into cos 2xy plus e to the power of x square minus y square into I sin 2x. So from this one, I am writing e to the power of x square minus y square into cos 2xy. This is, and our v of xy is e to the power of x square minus y square into sin 2xy. Sin 2x. This is our v of x. You see that u is in this portion and the v is iv is I this into this. That's it. Now, so this is our u and v. So what we want to find u and v and prove that the curves u and v uh, v are v cuts orthogonal. V cut orthogonal. U and v cut orthogonal. This is we want to prove. Now we got the value of u and v. These two v. Okay. Now what we want to show, these two are coming. For this one, what I want to do actually the previous problem, you see, what I am doing here in this previous problem, u and v I am taking from this u and v. So differentiating equation 1, v u with respect to x. Differentiating equation 2 with respect to 2 is v. So u with respect to x differentiating, v with respect to x differentiating, and dy by dx we are finding. From here also dy by dx we are finding. This is we are taking as m1. This is we are taking as m2. From this one, m1 m2 is equal to -1. Then we tell that these two curves are cut each other. That is I am taking. But u and v I want to find. That is I got. Up to this one is one answer is complete. But I want to show u and v cut each other orthogonally. For this one, we know that without doing anything, I'm writing here, we know that analytic function from the property, analytic function of an analytic function is analytic. Analytic means analytic function. Now, the question is here, z square is the function I'm taking. Since z square is analytic function, and e to the power of z also analytic function. These two we proved previously. In the previous classes, you see z square is analytic function. This is the we proved. And e to the power of z, e to the power of z also analytic function is analytic. Therefore, e to the power of z is analytic, z square is also analytic. Therefore, e to the power of z square, e to the power of z square is also analytic function. Also, okay, e to the power of z square is also analytic. Without taking this CR equations, all these things. Just simple. Z square is analytic function. E to the power of z is analytic function. Therefore, e to the power of z instead of z it is z square. Then e to the power of z is analytic. E to the power of z square is also analytic. Two analytic functions we will consider. Its analytic function is also analytic function. This is the property, using the property until now. E to the power of z square is analytic function. We know that every analytic function is orthogonal family of curves. Okay, so we know that forming orthogonal system. Therefore, u of x comma y is equal to C1 and v of x comma y is equal to C2. But so, but this is wrong. See, Amma, only we are finding u and v, but using this only, just e to the power of z, w is equal to e to the power of z. Right? Only this is the way I am taking. Nothing I am writing. Nothing I am writing. Just simply I am taking the function and I am showing by the property. By the property. Therefore, the properties are very important. Uh, 1 minute, Amma. ఒక్క నిమిషం. క్లాస్ చెప్తాను. Hello, is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the problem. So these are the problems on a analytic function and orthogonal. Can I move forward?
సార్ మళ్ళీ బ్రీఫ్ గా చెప్పండి సార్ ఒకసారి.
ఒక్కసారి ఏం లేదమ్మా, ఇప్పుడు మనము ఏం చేస్తున్నామంటే we want to find u and v for this one first of all. After that we want to prove that u is equal to c1 and v is equal to c2. That's orthogonal. And from this problem we want to take u and v first. We want to find these two. U is this one and v is this one. Once we are finding this is equal to c1 అనుకుంటాము, this is equal to c2 అనుకుంటాము. అంటే u is equal to c1, v is equal to c2. These two curves orthogonal form the orthogonal system. That is we want to show. For this one, what I am taking, we know that analytic function of analytic function is analytic. Therefore, first we want to show, first we are finding here u and v. After that, we want to show this w is equal to e to the power of z square is analytic function. For this one, what I want to do actually, I want to find the CR equation. If CR equation satisfies for this u and v, then we call the function w is analytic. That is analytic. But without that, we know that z square is analytic function. E to the power of z is analytic function. ఇవి రెండు ఎనలిటిక్ ఫంక్షన్స్ కాబట్టి e to the power of z square also, these two included in this function. E to the power of z, instead of z, we have z square. E to the power of z is analytic function. E to the power of x is analytic function means what? Anything in this one, x, whatever it may be, x. If the function is analytic, this x is analytic, automatically e to the power of x is analytic, therefore e to the power of x is analytic. That is the answer. In that way, e to the power of z is analytic. This is we know. Z square is analytic. We know that analytic function of analytic function is analytic. Therefore, analytic function is what? E to the power of z. Another analytic function is what? Z square. Therefore, analytic function of analytic e to the power of z instead of z, z square. Therefore, e to the power of z square is also analytic. Once it is analytic, definitely we know that every analytic function forming orthogonal system. The previous one, we shown the previous one. From that one, every analytic function forming orthogonal system. This function is the analytic function. Therefore, we have this u and v form the orthogonal system. Therefore, u and v cuts orthogonal. That is the answer. Okay. అంటే మనం ప్రాపర్టీస్ ని యూజ్ చేసి దిస్ ఇస్ ప్రూవింగ్ అంటే ఈ విధంగా కూడా చేయొచ్చు అని చెప్పడం అంతే. లేదు నేను ఇట్లా చెప్పను సార్, ఇదంతా నాకు తెలియదు, అర్థం కావట్లేదు సార్ అంటే ఇక మీరు సిఆర్ ఈక్వేషన్స్ అప్లై చేయడం, ఆ తర్వాత డివై బై డిఎక్స్ ని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయడం. యూ నుంచి బి ఇక యూ నుంచి బి నుంచి డివై బై డిఎక్స్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసి చూపిస్తా అంటే ఇంకా సిఆర్ ఈక్వేషన్స్ కూడా అవుతుంది. డైరెక్ట్ యూ షో దట్ ద m1 m2 is equal to -1. That is if you show automatically these two family of curves at orthogonal. The next problem. Prove that u is equal to e to the power of x square minus y square is a harmonic function and find its harmonic conjugate. Harmonic conjugate. మనం హార్మోనిక్ ఫంక్షన్ అని చూపించాలి ఫస్ట్. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ హార్మోనిక్ కాంజుగేట్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్. హార్మోనిక్ కాంజుగేట్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్. ఎప్పుడు హార్మోనిక్ ఫంక్షన్ అయితేనే హార్మోనిక్ కాంజుగేట్ వస్తుంది. We have u is equal to e to the power of x square minus Simply also, dou u by dou x is equal to what? E to the power of x square minus y square into x square derivative 2x. This is our dou u by dou x. So this is equal to 2x into the power of x square minus this is our dou u by dou x. What is the dou square u by dou x square? This is equal to, so this is a 2 into, again, this is UV form. UV form is like x x into e to the power of x square minus y square into x square derivative plus x derivative 1. So therefore, this is 1 into e to the power of x square minus this is equal to 2 times of e to the power of, you see the function here, this sum, e to the power of x square minus y square is sum of these two terms. So therefore, e to the power of x square minus y square into this is a 2x square plus 1. Next, we take dou u by dou. What is the dou u by dou y? Dou u by dou y is equal to e to the power of x square minus y square into minus 2 minus y square derivative minus 2. So this is equal to minus 2y e to the power of x square minus 2. From this one, dou square u by dou y square equal. Again we are differentiating dou square u by dou y square. So minus 2 we take outside, and this is y into e to the power of x square minus y square into y square derivative minus 2y plus y derivative 1 and e to the power of 1 into e to the power of x square minus and this is equal to minus 2 e to the power x square minus y square into this is minus 2y into y minus 2y square plus 1. From 1 plus 2, these two you add, what happens? Dou square u by dou x square plus dou square u by dou y square is equal to 2 into the power of x square minus y square into 2x square plus 1 minus 2 into the power of x square minus y square into minus 2y square is not equal to 0. Therefore, we will use not harmonic function. There is not necessary to find the harmonic function. It is analytic. It is the Laplace equation satisfies. Then it is harmonic. Then maybe we can find. So these are the problems we discussed in this class. Only the problems to be discussed. In the next class, I will discuss uh, this constant construction of analytic function uh, for whose real or imaginary part is known. Okay. Then, if we know the real part, then how can we find the imaginary part? Or if we know the imaginary part, how can we find the real part? And by that one, we want to find the function is the analytic.